Eldritch
a
being
creature
I
or
thought they were
something.
deities, like
Hello,
Eldritch
everybody.
gods,
We are
like
live
Oh,
and ready to go. Everybody say hi.
hi, hi, hi,
hello.
Hi.
hello.
Excellent. We have 2 out of 3.
Soundscape
Cool.
is working.
All right, so we are ready to rock. Um, Without looking it up, I don't know the specific definition of eldritch, but for example, Cthulhu is an eldritch being. It's typically things that have to do with screwing with your sanity. Most eldritch beings and most eldritch spells and things have to do with messing with your
Then
mind and with
why the
sanity.
fuck? Then why the fuck does the Eldritch
And it sounds like you're
El-
way far away. I don't know where your mic is compared to
I'm
you, but
standing. I'm standing up. That's why. Because I'm getting ready to go check food. But no,
okay.
I was saying, for eldritch beings like Cthulhu, and they fuck with your mind, why do they literally have pacts with the eldritch gods if they literally cause you to go insane? Like, who would want
As
to?
power.
I mean,
Exactly.
yeah, but
It's very
like,
powerful. Or
how often do the eldritch gods actually help their pact members? Like,
it's also
I was
same
hoping.
reason to ask why people worship gods of destruction and death, where all they want to do is just destroy the world. As the saying goes, some people just want to watch the world burn.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm one of them, but I'm not worshiping
All
no
right, and
deity of
speaking of watching the
destruction.
world burn, you guys are back in Nashkel. You
Yes,
have
and
Uh,
come back. You are
yes,
been
last
told
time
that you have to go talk to the city council tomorrow.
mhm.
So, is there anything you guys wanted to do in the morning before
well,
that happens?
what day is it? Is Ravenclaw's armor still being worked on, or
This is the day you arrived, so yes.
okay? So that's all the question. Do I know where her barding is to go spend time with her?
So
Like where
her
they're holding her? Like,
boarding, she's being boarded. She probably would not want to be boarded. She would probably fight, and you would probably have to do what you did at Candlekeep and just let her be outside the city.
I mean, I'm fine with doing that as long as she comes
Actually, I'm
back.
sorry. I take that back. She was the one you got from the
Cloud Keep, yeah.
Cloud Keep that was used to being boarded. So yes, so uh, there is a special place down in the toward the southeast corner of the city that has barding for different types of strange animals. Kithri keeps her
So,
lizard there, and
Mhm.
um, Tusk keeps his there as well. So
okay.
you can, and that's where it would be if you want to go spend time with her and go ride her and things.
Mhm.
You could do that.
I have to talk to the Adventurers Guild about the Cloud Giant as well. Nick Tuss mentioned that last time as well. Do I have an ETA of when they want to meet with me, Sven?
With
The
you just
Adventurers
go there
Guild.
and see if your quest giver is there. If they're there, you turn it in. If not, then you fill out a report. That's how that works.
Alright, I didn't know. If the quest giver. I'm going to say adios to Tusk and Genesis at the house, and I'm going to take a walk to the Adventurers Guild. And if I see if and while I'm getting my food, I'll let you talk to them and see what they're gonna do before we continue.
All
So
right.
before we actually get really into it, I have a question to pose to the other people of the house. And this is more like a fun little flavor thing that we haven't done in a while. But how does everyone keep their room? Is it nice and tidy? Is it messy? Is it decorated? Is it bare? I'm just curious how everyone has their keeps their room in the house. It's a nice little character flavor question.
Well, John's an ex-sailor, so like realistically, he's used to being like he keeps the bare minimum in his room, like a bed and some clothes. That's about it. Like he keeps the absolute bare minimum. Like you won't find nothing lying on his ground. He's really clean, frugal, stuff like that. Basically, that's his flavor. Because he's a sailor, so you had to be clean. He was always moving around cleaning stuff, doing stuff. John will also notice, you'll notice John cleaning stuff in the building as well that actually doesn't really need to be clean, but like he'll be like, I just need to clean it just out of OCD, basically. If that makes sense.
Okay. Jen, do you want to describe your room? If not, yeah, it's also okay.
Look, man, I'm just taking inspiration from myself. Jen likes the idea of being clean. The execution is basically she's got like all these like storage bins to like like sort stuff and like put things away, but they never quite make it into the bins. And so like the floor is like kind of clear, but like all the surfaces have like clutter basically, and like little knickknacks and trinkets and uh like half finished projects and
So Genesis is
that
hoarding,
she's
confirmed.
okay. That is not hoarding. That is having like personality. Okay, fuck off.
John likes teasing Jen about her cleaning ability.
Okay, she's not bad at cleaning. It's just that like she's got like knickknacks and like
I know, he just like
she's not gonna put away of a half finished project without just finishing it. You know?
It's John's character to tease and joke about little stuff, so
Yeah,
you'll get
and
used
she's
to him.
gonna be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, you don't care about things enough to keep them around." Like, I could turn it right back on you.
All right.
Sorry, you've got no personality.
John's the ex-assassin. He wasn't paid to have personality.
You can have
that's
it
fun.
anyway.
K3, how's your room look like?
Oh, I would probably say her room is pretty boring for the most part. There's probably not a whole lot in there. And ugh. It's likely that she has like little hidden storage areas here and there. But like you wouldn't know that unless you went snooping in her room. And if she caught you snooping in her room, you might end up a little bit stabbed. Just a little bit. Okay? So, do whatever at your own risk. But
Not fair enough.
but yeah, no. There's that.
What about you? How does Tusk keep his room?
So when you first look at it, it gives off the feeling of just being messy. There's like pelts everywhere, but when you look at it a little bit more closely, everything is kind of it's arranged in a way that looks like it's been thrown about. Lots of pelts, lots of furs, but it's all like kind of nice and cozy. And then he has all various things that are just on display, like little trophies, or like he has his silver great sword with the gold handle like displayed on one wall. He has like little statuettes of like a little wooden wolf statuette. This bronze feather that's like displayed very carefully. His silver symbols that are just like hung kind of displayed off to one side. It's a little chaotic, but it's all like purposely placed. His little tusk shield, so like the shield that had the like giant like I forget what kind of tusks they were, but like animal tusks, like a very impractical shield. that he bought at one point. That's like also displayed on one wall. Yeah, it's a cozy little space.
So this may sound dumb, but John's gonna say before he goes out, where do I sleep? There's only 4 bedrooms.
Yes.
You sleep on the
Well-
end. Yours is here.
Okay, right there.
We'll rearrange as necessary.
Aren't
It
we
goes-
talking about building more rooms on the roof?
The roof right now is for the butler. He lives there.
Yeah.
This is Tusk, Genesis, Kithri. And the
Okay.
roof looks like that. And that is one room for the butler.
Yep.
Like a studio apartment.
Hey, butler.
Yeah. Thanks for participating in the. Oh, I guess I should also add there's now another displayed item in his room, which is the canopic jar that has his little axe on it.
Nice.
Yeah.
In John's room, I forgot to mention that even though his room is very basic, he does have some knickknacks. I forgot to mention, which he does have the Jolly Roger flag, a big old black pirate flag with skull and crossbones hanging in on his wall, and some cutlasses and stuff piratey. And then he also has a trinket collection from his past victims that he keeps with him, that he assassinated.
Wow.
Bro, somebody goes into his room or something, and there's just a finger sitting on a shelf.
No, it's not like.
I'm sorry, that's weird. Actually.
No, it's not human being parts that are passive. It's like a necklace or
Okay.
a bracelet or something
You
like
A
that.
ring
said
with the finger
a
still attached.
souvenir. You just said a souvenir from a past hit. So, I don't think my assumption is too far off.
No, there's no human
The jewelry,
body.
but the flesh was still attached. So it's just a finger, but with a ring on it.
Oh dear lord.
Oh my gosh.
No,
I've
At the
also
very
thrown out.
least, if you're gonna kill somebody, don't leave any evidence.
All right, so let's go back and remind ourselves of the 3 people you have living who are working for you now. You have Aldous, the Tabaxi. He is your butler. He's
very
also
dapper gentleman.
trained to fight, so he can fight if need be. He lives upstairs on the roof in his little studio room. 2 to 4 hours each day. You have Joba. She comes in and cleans, straightens up, laundry, stuff like that. Whatever needs doing. And then now you have Alicia, who just came back with you, and she is a human cleric. She's will come and bring back and forth books as requested and needed for the library that you guys have, and for different research projects or music or whatever people are doing at the time, studying that's happening. She lives at the Agma Temple.
Yep.
Anything else you guys want to do before the city council meeting?
There's a few
Uh,
things I'd like to sell. I'm just gonna real quick sort through my inventory and throw them into the
Okay, if
party sheet.
oh
you
yeah, that's probably a good.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Hmm.
I have some stuff I have to sell. I want to sell as well.
It
I,
shouldn't
go
take
ahead
me
and
and
too
throw
long to
everything
throw them
into
in.
the party sheet that you want sold. Let me know when you guys are done with that.
I was gonna say I have the giant's gold ring we took from the cloud giant that we can sell. I'm gonna put that in the party sheet.
Yep. Um,
Actually, I have
While you
two
guys are
of them.
doing that, I will go over some of the details of the house. Bronze Home is set up where these little things here are windows. There is a stone walls around the outside, 12-foot ceilings on the first floor. It's a flat roof with slight raise toward the center, so that the water, there is like an inch difference between the center and the edges, so the water runs off.
Is there any way I can enchant my what was it? I was gonna ask enchant it last time, but I forgot.
There's always a way to enchant things, especially in the big city.
Well, I want to
So let me
enchant.
finish what I was talking about first.
Okay.
So you have your storage room here, just off the kitchen, and you have your actual kitchen. You have your main living room area. The bear rug has been protected, so you guys can stand around. It's not specifically the bear rug, but that area right around the bear rug is protected against scrying. So you guys can have met there and have talked there. There's a little bar, as well as the places to sit and relax. There's 2 coat racks in the house. You have your 4 bedrooms. You have your bathroom. You have a small bathroom down here as well, right next to the training room, which has different things set up for different test dummies, different weapon racks. You can use it for spells or weapons as well, and workouts, things like that. You guys still have thrown a couple ideas together about what to do with these 2 areas. They are still left open right now. There has not been any kind of finalized decision on what you want. One of them was I think conservatory is the correct word, a music room for Genesis to practice her music, so that she could do that while you guys were working out down here. She could be in a different room practicing her music, and instruments and things, but nothing has been finalized for that as far as that's concerned yet. The housekeeper and the cleric both live somewhere else, so the only one of your help that lives here is the butler, and he's up top. So that is the layout of your house, Bronze Home, that was gifted to you by the city. So you still pay taxes, but beyond that, you did not have to pay for the house itself. You do have a discount for renovations that are done to it. Once you guys decide what to do with these 2 rooms, you can also go up. You could even conceivably go down if you wanted to talk to the city, get the permits to make changes and go down or up. Alright, so you...
Hey man, I'm in the other D&D campaign. I have seen the benefits of having a giant creepy chasm basement.
Oh boy.
find an odd jug or a some sort of ooze for your garbage.
Yeah. And then like maybe a Nothic that wants to like, tempt you into falling into a pit. Obviously.
All right, so John,
All right,
said
would
I've
you
Mantis.
speak
finished.
to
I said
Kithri?
Mantis torture dungeon aside.
Kithri's most familiar with the city. Genesis is somewhat familiar. All of them have been in and out of Nashkel for quite a bit. Um,
I did not mean to do that.
but there's pretty much almost anything you would want. May not be for the price you want, but there's almost anything you want in this city. You're looking to enchant something?
Yes, I have to swing by the Adventurers Guild. I want to go with Tusk to sell the stuff if he's going to sell it. But also, I was going to say to Tusk if he wants to come show me where the enchanting place is. That would be awesome. We can swing by there, swing sell the stuff, and then swing by the Adventurers Guild if he's fine with it.
All right. Well,
I mean,
normally we leave selling to Jen. She's has developed quite the rapport with the merchants
yeah.
in the area.
Alright, well, we'll leave it on the end, but if you want to swing by the enchanting place so I can see if I can enchant my breastplate and also my compound bow.
She also arguably has the best cleavage out of the group, and therefore gets the best prices.
And it also has the best way with words. Don't forget about words.
Yes.
Genesis is just the whole package complete. The merchants love her to death.
I will also just
Look,
note
I'm a
now that
bard.
we're like
I kind of do have to be liked by the people.
What were you saying, Nick?
Yeah, I'm just like now that we're in the city and traveling around, Tusk has like broken out his it was like a bear pelt coat and I started wearing that again because we've been traveling and in distance and typically so he's now wearing like a shirt. Well, it's more of a jacket, but
Whoa, he's got like more than pants on?
Oh my
Are you
goodness.
feeling okay?
well, it's because we're in the city, like that's what I break this out. I don't want it to get damaged. I put a lot of effort into making this.
Valid.
I was gonna say, yeah, valid point.
I mean, there's a reason why I stopped bothering to buy shirts.
Fair.
I mean, when you're a berserker and you just tear your shirt off in a fit of rage, I mean, is it really cost effective to buy a shirt in a way? Just throw on a jacket, then you just take the jacket off and you're ready to go. Like,
I mean, yeah, my case was a bit different. I wouldn't tear off my shirts but instead, I would have my shirts be just ruined. I'm actually really glad I have these pants because they, fix themselves. My last pair of really nice pants ended up becoming shorts before I had to just found these nice magic pants.
Also, if I can't enchant my bow, maybe pick up a better bow, possibly, because compound short bow is nice, but I don't know if they have something that hits harder. I'll leave that to Sven's decision, but...
Alright, I have finished adding my stuff to the party sheet that I wanted to sell.
I don't really have anything other than the wind fan that essentially is the thing. I put the 2 rings that I had. I don't really have anything other than the stuff that, yeah.
That's alright. Just sometimes it's good to go through the inventory. It's like, oh yeah, I meant to sell this, etc.
Genesis, that's not a magic item.
Okay.
It's worth 250 gold, silk robe.
Cool. I want to sell. I don't know why I have had it for this long, but I want to sell it because I don't need it anymore, and I don't think I ever needed it.
What, you don't like having a silk robe for around the house?
There was just no description on it, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure at the very least it would have something.
Also, Sven, note, how how much is Ravenclaw's armor gonna be in platinum and gold pieces? I think like 90 platinum pieces, you said, or something.
It's 20% more than whatever armor you're buying them. We talked about this last time. It depends on the
Yes, I
type of
know,
armor you're
but
buying.
I know, but I forgot what armor I was buying. That's the question. So can you jog my memory, or is there I could jog my memory?
All right, so if everybody's done with the stuff in the party sheet, then I need a charisma roll with advantage, some sort of check, whatever you want to use, intimidation, any of the charisma ones, skills. Pick one and roll it.
Jen, you got this?
Yeah, I just had to uncover the dice tower.
It's a half plate spend. How much is half plate for?
So that your Ravenclaw's barding is the fitting is going to be. You have to go back to them on the 11th at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
And it'll be finished on the 13th. And it's, you said you wanted half plate.
Yes. 750 gold pieces. So that is how many platinum pieces and 750 gold pieces?
75
20%
platinum
more.
pieces. But times 20%.
So that's 150 more, so that's 900 gold. So 90 platinum.
90 platinum? Alright. Let me, is there any way? Yeah, alright, 90 platinum. Alright, so let me make a note of that to save 90 platinum and everything. Make a note next to this note too.
He wants 100 gold pieces up front.
Okay.
And it is non-refundable. If he's going to go through the trouble of making it, if something happens and you decide you don't want it, he keeps the 100.
Alright, so I got 90 platinum pieces, 100 gold pieces up front. So I got that in my notes, so remember that.
Plus 1969.
Come on, Kitty. Come on. I'm okay. I'm gonna hold off. I'm gonna hold off on enchanting until I get Ravenclaw's gear situated, Sven. So we don't have to worry about that. I'm fine to do whatever. I have to go to the Adventure Guild today, so if if Tusk wants to come along, feel free to. We have to go meet my client.
Yeah.
If he's there, he, she, whatever.
Fine with doing that once we get to it.
By the way, I'm holding on to Valen's diadem because nobody wanted to have it or didn't have attunement slots for it. And I figure maybe we just kind of keep this in the house as like a on display. Because I mean,
All right.
It's only 200 gold pieces.
If you want to put it in the house, feel free to throw it into the party sheet and I'll throw it into Bronze Home.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that we were done with like selling things before we get to that point.
I was also gonna bring it up after we had sold stuff. Yeah, if anyone has anything they want to leave at the house and don't want it in there clogging up their inventory, feel free to just throw it in the party sheet, and I will throw it into Bronze Home underneath your name or general, depending.
But
But yeah, I will go with John to the Adventurers Guild to report in, and for his quest with the
Wild Giant.
yeah. Um, yeah. Other than that, is there anything that other people want to do for the day, just in town when we get back, or is it also just more housekeeping?
I'm gonna be honest. I've had this in my investigate more section of my inventory for a long time, and it just we keep on getting so busy with like trying to not die, or I'm identifying other magic items that I've got a wooden box here that I think Jen's gonna like sit down at like a desk in Bronze Home and like try to figure out what it
It's
is.
not Pandora's box, is it?
We're gonna find out. I'm pretty sure there's already like sin and evil in the world though, so I'm pretty sure that's not it.
All right. We don't need you opening Pandora's box in our house. That would be terrible.
Also, if anyone needs a reminder of stuff they have left at the house, as I'm the only one who technically see the inventory of the house, let me know and I will remind you. Though, really, the only other person besides me who has left a lot of stuff at the house is Genesis. So,
It's Mantha.
yeah, like we're both that stuff that have like hoard things, and it's like, oh, it'll be interesting to leave this here.
Yeah, we're both like souvenir kind of people.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say now that I'm new here and living here, I, you know, don't
yeah,
actually have anything in this building, so I get to decorate with all kinds of stuff we bring back.
yeah, but
Yeah, man.
also for
Perks of
John
being
too,
an
like if you have
adventurer.
stuff in your inventory that you don't want to get rid of it per se, but you don't want it clogging up your inventory, and you want to say, narratively you've left it at the house. We have a character sheet for the inventory of the house.
Well,
So
I can leave some stuff here, like the wind fan and
yeah, so if you want to have it out of your inventory, but still like underneath, but like still in a inventory, you can throw it into the party sheet, and I will put it into Bronze Home, the little character of Bronze Home, and underneath your name as inventory stock.
I was gonna say I still have 7 potions of healing if you want me to divvy those out as well.
I mean, feel free to keep that on you. I mean, I have some healing potions myself. Um,
I didn't know if
it's
we just needed them for extra. Like, there's this wind fan. I don't really need that. I dragged that over to the party sheet. If you want to take that, and
okay.
one of
I
y'all
will
can
throw
use
that.
it. I was gonna say one of y'all can take it with you if you need it or if you want it, because it's
Well,
not
for
like
now, it'll be just in the house underneath your name.
yeah.
I mean, like Guthrie only has some fine clothes and a drawing
Mm-hmm.
in the house. So, well, and now the canopic jar with her her canopic jar that I put in there for her.
Indeed.
Everybody got their own organ jars. You're welcome.
Yeah.
This is quality home decoration. Look,
Right.
I gave you the right of reclamation. I gave you a flask of Mummy Lord and the diadem. We could like put like a whole like fucked up Mummy Lord display.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
that's
just have an Egyptian section
definitely
in like
we
most
should
museums.
do. It's not suspicious at all.
So you
No,
guys can
no.
turn one of these 2 empty rooms, or what could easily be 4 empty rooms, into a trophy hall as well if you wanted. Genesis and Kithri, are you either of you going to check in with your guilds or do anything else on the 9th of the third moon, Monday?
I guess yeah. Jen would like show her face and like make sure that there's like not anybody that's like looking for her. But I really just want to identify that wooden box. That's my goal for the day.
Kithri?
Um,
Jeffrey's more than welcome to come to the Adventures Guild with us if she has nothing to do.
If you have nothing to do, Tuska's something he might want to ask you to maybe look into.
okay,
I
if
know
you
what
want
you
to do that, you could probably do that. Um, yeah, she's not super interested in going to the guild at the moment, but she will eventually.
In that case, as Tuska's heading out with like John to go looking, just to go check in with some stuff, he asks Cithri, he's like, "Hey, could you if you're not doing anything, maybe locate Rosserit's residence and maybe give a quick little look around the perimeter. Don't go in or anything, but just so we know where it's at."
Were you saying this in Genesis's this is earshot?
I mean, it could be. It's at the house right before John and Tusk take off.
Yeah.
That is what the box is.
Ah, nice.
Oh, nice. We got a.
That's
little
awesome. We've had that for so long. This is fine. Okay.
This is fine.
This is fine. Jen pulls out this crystal ball that we got from Valen. She's like, well, I could try scrying on him.
Oh boy.
I say while standing on our anti-scrying rug.
Tusk also stands on there. Like, that would actually be a nice idea. I know if actually everyone come stand on the rug real quick before we all head out again.
Quick little group huddle.
Yeah. So I know I mentioned this in the past, but I would really like to look more into Rosserit, see what he's up to. Last I heard, he has a house that's in Nashkel somewhere, which I didn't realize for the longest time. He might also have a residence outside of Nashkel, and he is on the council, so we'll be seeing him tomorrow. But I would make sure he's on the carpet. I would really like to actually look into his house and maybe do a little raid thing. Not raid, but like sneak in, which I know I have not had the best track record at, but see if he has stuff at his residence. If not, maybe look into his other residences and start seriously looking to see where he might be holding on to that evil ass book and whatever the heck he might be planning. If we need to, we can go buy magic stuff to make us not be seen to help Kithri and John, who are easy at doing that. But truly, this is my next steps I would like to take is look into his home, look into his, like, just look in, properly investigate him, and find justification to acquaint his neck with my axe.
If only politics were as simple as adventuring was.
Yeah. I mean, if worse comes to worse, I will. I mean, he's a
John
powerful mage. That
John
much we
says
know.
John says while standing on the anti-scrying log, if you want me to place a hit on him, I have contacts with the Assassins Guild.
Well, he's one who's already tried to place hits on us. They didn't go well. We should probably check to see if that's
I
still a thing.
honestly
But
would not be surprised if he had his own contacts within that guild.
well, yeah. But I would like to do this more ourselves. I don't want to pass this off to someone. This is definitely something that we should look into ourselves. He is quite powerful. He has made that clear, but it's not going to stop us. We've already foiled a few of his plans, at least to my knowledge. But he does obtain that evil book, whose name I'm blanking off the top of my head, but we do know. But that book of immense evil power and some black pearl thing, I think. He has a necromancer that was working for him. He has Tobald, an assassin who was working for him. Like both people who I would love to become reacquainted with to actually stop their shenanigans, but we'll see. But this is my plan before. I don't know what else we want to pursue, but this is what I would like to pursue. I know tomorrow we'll probably, well, we might see him at the meeting, but if he takes off like last time, because he was at the meeting that we last had with the council, and he immediately took off afterwards. If he does that, it might not be a bad idea to tail him, get through your John, as you're better at that than I am.
Yes. I say that if Kithri and or John want to end up tailing him, then you and I, Tusk, should probably go somewhere that we're very visible, just so that if somebody's like looking for us, they know, oh well, I saw some of them over this way, you know.
Yeah, which we can definitely can do that. We can either, make ourselves visible talking to one of the public figures or like the captain of the guard who we have some good rapport with, or even just go to a shop or something, being very visible.
Go get ice cream.
Sure, yeah.
That is true. We are frequent patrons. That is our favorite place in this whole damn city.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Go to the place where you're most well known. Play a distraction.
Yeah, well, I mean, I also have a shop I need to check in with, but I'll probably end up going there. But this is, if there's no opposition to this, I would like to be taking what steps, as weird as it is to be scooting around and being stealthy. I think it's probably the best approach for us as a group, at least to start with.
I just want to have, like, not have to deal with him anymore. Is that really too much to ask for?
Yeah. But no, besides possibly tailing him tomorrow after the meeting, if he's there, I'm thinking we should find his residence here and give it a good looking through when no one's around. And maybe look into some of his other residences. He's a very, rich merchant. Someone who's a merchant has enough wealth to be called a lord. he's sure bound to have more than one house. If he has a country manor, one that's out of the way, like that. Well, I don't think we ever met him, but like that other like manor place that was out in the middle of nowhere. I think it was a wine merchant or whatever, but with the weird things going on underneath. You remember with the druid?
Yeah.
If it's something like that, that might also be another place to go and investigate. But yeah, if we can find something here in town, and then maybe documents, or well, hell, if we can find the book, that would be great. But or one of his people, whether that's by looking at his house or maybe putting out feelers in your thieves guild or assassins guild for where that necromancer or kobold or even some of the shady goings on of Grosserit himself.
Well, hey, I do have this crystal ball. I could try,
True.
instead of Brasserit, we could try spying on Nevaeus or Tobald or somebody that we know, somebody that's a known associate.
Yeah, that would be definitely a good first step, because if we could just directly see them, that would be awesome. That would be amazing. However, do we want to do that today? I have a few errands we still need to run, but or do we want to start that tomorrow after the meeting?
As you guys are talking, double checking the calendar, you all arrived back at just before dusk on the 8th.
Oh, okay.
Today is the 9th. We started at 6 in the morning on the 9th, and your meeting is on the 10th tomorrow at 1 o'clock. So you have a whole day, a day and a half. I misspoke. Okay.
Thank you for pointing that out, because I totally thought we had like maybe part of today left over and then had the meeting tomorrow in the morning.
No, and now it's about
so never mind.
7 in the
things.
morning. I'm going to say this is before you've sold everything and everything else, before you guys split up.
Okay. Yeah, because we have some stuff we want to sell. I need to check in on my shop. But maybe scrying wouldn't be the scrying is a fantastic idea. How does that work, by the way? I know this rug prevents scrying, but how does the actual ball work? Does it like appear in the ball so we can all see, or do only you see? Or
Look, man, I don't know. I got the item and I attuned to it because I'm like, this is gonna be useful.
pull up the scrying spell.
Well, I tried putting it in chat and it didn't put. So, rip.
There we go.
The good thing about this crystal ball is that not only can you use it to cast scrying, but you also have true sight when you are scrying, which is neat because
Thanks.
I don't know. True sight is
You can
a
see
neat
all.
spell, but I never like. It's like why you don't take like see invisibility, because when does that come up? And like you can do other things to like. It's kind of like that. Like I don't ever want to take the spell because I could instead have revivify or.
I'm reading this. You can just there's no charges. You can just cast scrying.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Scrying, you can only do it to the same creature once every 24 hours.
Okay,
Right.
that makes sense.
Yeah, that's in the scrying spell itself.
Yeah.
But I will say, in the item, it does set a DC. So all the things of like the knowledge and stuff, I don't think
Well,
are
the knowledge gives
familiarity
them
to the targets.
it's bonus to the person's modifier. So like if we have second-hand knowledge, the target of the spell gets a +5 to their save. If it's first-hand, it's it's just a straight roll. If we are very familiar with the target, they have a -5. If we have an item, like say we have a picture of the character, they have a -2. If we have just an item of theirs, they have a -4. And if we have a piece of their body, they have a -10, which we have none of those. Really,
Yeah.
for all of these guys, we have first-hand knowledge, except I think actually, no, we have a first-hand knowledge for all of them, including Necromancer, but that's only with Kithri, is the only one who's actually met the Necromancer.
Yeah.
So she can cast it
Yeah,
for,
that's
anyway, she can't cast it. So, yeah. So with that, so in that case, why don't we just, because we have 3 people we could truly target that's kind of related to this, and that would be Tobald, the Necromancer, Evaeus, thank you, and Rosseret. We might as well cast it on all 3 of them.
Yeah, of those 3, I don't know. I feel like Tobald might have the least protections against scrying.
Yeah, but he's also the kind of guy who might have
You might just
item on hand that's like
prepared
this
for it. Yeah.
Yeah, like I mean, heck, he prepared a bracelet that would save him in the event of his death. So,
We
but
also
at the
don't know
same,
whether or not he prepared it or if somebody gave it to him. But yes, he's very well prepared for
true.
many, many things.
Rosserit's likely to have something also, but if they're out and about, they might not have it on them.
Yeah, I think we should save Rosseret for last, though, because a government official being scryed on, and if he knows that he's being scryed on, might cause a bit of panic. But I say we go for it anyway.
No boy.
Just do him last.
Okay. Do we want to do this now, or do we want to wait till like afternoon? Because we have to go sell some stuff, and I want to check in with a couple places. Would morning be a better time to scry on them, or would it be like noon?
God, I don't know. I don't.
Let's just do it now because we have it here.
So.
Let's just do it now here at 7 a.m.
Okay.
Because we're just gathering information at the moment.
So, Tobal first?
Yeah, let's do Tovald, Evanderus, but fuck, I always forget how to say his name properly when I'm not looking at it. And then Rosseret. Evaeus, yeah. 1d5,000 plus 5,000.
A lot of the items, especially in my inventory, have ranges, and so he's scaling down like the specific value of.
I did not double check.
Like, hey, I'm gonna like do something with this thing, and he's like, okay, well, is it worth 50,000 gold pieces or 500,000 gold pieces? You decide.
Fair enough.
So I need this is what I'm doing, where I'm doing it, who I'm doing it with.
Okay.
Tusk sits on the couch, puts this scrying ball in between his legs. Okay, go for it.
No. We should probably not do it on this rug, because I don't know, I feel like it might prevent us from scrying on other people.
Let me read the rug real quick.
I don't know.
No,
You've gotta
while
be-
standing on this rug or within 5 feet of it, you are hidden from divination magic. You cannot be targeted by it or perceived through
Ooh,
magical senses.
actually, maybe we should do it on the rug then. I don't know if there's
Yeah.
any sort of like magical backtracking, like caller ID sort of stuff, but maybe.
You do that. I'm gonna sit. I'm gonna be at the bar, and we'll be in the room, just making it look busy. But I do want to hear what you say, but we'll give you some room and make ourselves look busy in case anything happens.
Okay.
So I'll be like go over to the bar, start preparing some drinks. Nice morning drinks, alcohol, hard whiskey.
Yeah, that sounds like you.
No.
Jenna's gonna set up shop. I think she's just gonna plop down on the rug and be like, "Yep, this is where I'm doing this." Um, I have not cast scrying before, so I don't know how it works. So, is anybody else going to be over there with her?
I'll be in the room, just giving you some space. I don't know if anyone else wants to be like sitting next to you.
Kipper will probably stick around too. So.
All right, so what are you doing? Sitting on the couch, sitting on the rug with, here for fun, we may as well just do this. Party sheet. Nope, wrong one. Comet tracker. I'm doing this and this and I thought I had fixed that already. I guess not. All right. Oh. All right, so feel free to move about the cabin.
John is just gonna go over near Tusk and get a drink off of him.
Okay.
John will be next to Tusk.
Listening in, but make yourselves
So what are you
look
doing,
busy.
Genesis?
I'm sorry, I heard Genesis. I did not hear what you said.
What are you doing? You're sitting on the rug. You've got the balls there.
Casting scrying
On who?
on Tobald. I don't know what else to say. I'm casting scrying on Tobald in the dining room with the candlestick. I'm just out here like, I know it's gonna be hard for us to find that book because I've got like an ability where I can like ask my god questions, and one time I asked him where the book was and I just got nothing. So
Alright, so I'm going to open up Discord. Let me just read this again. Yeah, it does not say that it is displayed within the focus. It specifically says you can see. So
Kit 3 is just moral support. Don't worry about it.
exactly. Alright, so you focus on Tobald, and the scene shows up. He is in a brightly lit room. He is standing in a tub, a pool, and washing himself. Looks like there is another person also in the tub. There is, you see, you have you can see and hear the creature.
I
That's all
also,
it says.
I will say, I have observant, so I can read lips as long as the person is speaking a language that I can understand. I think it's how the wording of that goes. This is probably like the first time it's ever going to come into play, but I do have that. And
So
I've
it
had
is
that
clear he's
before.
in some sort of bathhouse.
Is he saying anything? Can I?
No, he's cleaning himself in the bath.
Okay. Are there any like windows? Anything? Uh, brochures on tables or something that can like maybe indicate where he might be?
No, there's nothing of that sort in this. You can see him and a little bit around him. You can't move your focus. You can't zoom in or zoom out. Just as you can see and hear a particular creature you choose. Go ahead and give me a percentile and an investigation in the tower.
I'm just over here like it says on the item that you have true sight for 120 feet centered on the sensor, so it feels weird that it would say that if you can only see like what's immediately around him.
Interesting. Okay, I'll give that to you. That overrides the scrying spell itself. So, but it is a 60 by 60 room. There are 3 baths in there. You see a total of 6 people in the room. One of them is an attendant. The other 5 are customers in various degrees of getting ready or bathing or relaxing. It looks like there are different tubs used for different things, cleaning, and then more of a hot tub type thing where you just relax after you're done cleaning. They have, you see one of them step out and is rinsed, and then steps into the other tub. But you don't know for sure where. It's hard to tell because there's 3 humans, what look like a couple elves, and a halfling. So that you don't see any particular dress. There are no clothes or anything in here. There are some robes hanging on hooks, but you don't. It's hard to tell where he is.
Okay. One other question. Does he seem like he might be aware that he is being scried on? Like, is he like looking around oddly or
Nope.
Okay. Well, I feel weird watching these people clean themselves, so I'm gonna stop scrying on him for now.
Okay, I'm gonna put you back. There it is.
I got some stuff.
All right, we're back.
Hey Sven, I was just about to head out, brother, cause I got some stuff I gotta do tomorrow. I got a house inspection tomorrow.
Okay.
Sorry.
We'll
Sorry.
talk to you later.
I do truly apologize for only being here for half of the campaign. It's just life has been busy for me.
Okay.
That's alright.
Oh, understandable. Glad you can still be here.
So
Have a good night.
I will let Sven, if you guys get in a fight, feel free to use my character. Alright guys.
Fine.
Alright. Alright.
Alright go.
Alrighty.
I can't unsee that. Yeah, apparently, you know what Tobo does at 7 in the morning? He washes himself in a bathhouse.
Oh no.
There weren't any, it's a bathhouse. There weren't any windows. There weren't any posters or pamphlets or clothes that I could try to identify where it is. We should probably get back to that one later and not this early in the morning.
Guthrie and Tusk, give me a percentile.
Nope, that's a D10.
Well, yeah, I clicked the wrong one too. Wait.
I got 82.
It's fine. I figured it out.
7.
Woo!
Nice.
I am.
It's almost as if you did roll a d10, but you didn't.
Alright, so Guthrie, you know that there are only 2 bathhouses in this city. And they are called the Old and the New Bathhouse.
Nice.
So you could easily ask her, why can't... Here it is, okay. So the old bathhouse burned down. So there's only one bathhouse in, and you have used it many times. So you could ask her questions to try to figure out if he's at the bathhouse here in Nashkel.
Okay, well, I'll ask. I'm sorry, my brain just did not comprehend at all, what it is you were trying to say.
He's basically saying, you're familiar with Nashkel, and you know what the bathhouse in Nashkel looks like.
Mm-hmm.
You should...
Yeah, so I just
we can
asked,
figure out
right?
which one it is, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We compare notes.
So we figure it out. ...
So
did you see
fun
this
fact,
awful mosaic they didn't have in the bathhouse? No.
the old bathhouse was running until a 350-gallon bath collapsed through the floor. The resulting hole in the ground revealed a dungeon inhabited by creatures. A party of 10 high-skilled paladins went into the dungeon and never returned.
Oh, you have mentioned that there's a dungeon in
Yeah.
Nashkel that like has restricted access.
only adventurers with the Overlord's permission can go into this dungeon. So, it's not the old bathhouse.
But is it the one in
Yes,
Nashkel?
I don't particularly remember seeing a massive fuck off hole in the ground. So, not the old one. We can cross that off our list.
But is it?
Is it the
Do you
new
know?
one? Who knows?
Yeah.
We don't even know if he's in Nashkel.
So give me,
Yeah.
Kithri, give me. Let's see. Yeah, Kithri, give me an investigation roll.
Could I give performance to see how well I describe it?
Yeah, minor illusion.
Do I? Hold up.
I'm waiting. I've got the dice.
Go ahead. Give me an investigation roll.
Okay. Oh boy, I was scared.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeet.
it is Lauren's bathhouse. Lauren
Alright.
the Clean.
Sorry, I should have thrown that in the tower. I just. Lauren's bathhouse. Ooh.
So he is still in Nashkel. I mean, we haven't been here for a bit, and I haven't really been looking for him since we killed him the first time. But that's good to know.
Well, I mean, it also wasn't our first run-in with him. I guess it would make sense, since we did run into him both times in Nashkel, that maybe he would still be here. But,
Yeah.
if I died somewhere, maybe I wouldn't be so excited to stay in that place. I don't know.
Would you be as worried if you knew that they weren't necessarily looking for you?
Honestly, we probably should have.
You probably should have, but also, does it make sense to oh yeah, we killed him here. Of course you would stick around. Perfect place to hide.
Plain sight.
Yeah. But good to know. We should definitely follow up on him here in a minute. But you get to scry on some of the others.
Yup. We're gonna. I think probably the Necromancer is up next. Yeah. Gonna try spying on Nevaeus.
All right, so Kithri, give me another investigation check at disadvantage. So Kithri will explain what she
Should
remembers.
I throw in the tower this time?
Yes. Kithri explains what she remembers of this guy, and try to describe it, and pretty sure it's male, and gives you the best that she can.
Do I have that thing where my skill checks are always 10 at the minimum?
Reliable talent, yes. So, and
Okay.
that actually worked there, because it says
Woo!
Nice.
Woo!
reliable talent. Drop to 2.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Automatic.
I figured that she probably rolled low for her initial dice roll because you said, "I'm pretty sure he's male."
Look,
But I was like, well, at disadvantage.
I do already know. I've got it written down in my notes that he's an elf with wispy platinum hair, pale skin, and he's tall. That's what I've got. So anything beyond that is helpful. Turns out he's just got a doppelganger that's not like an actual D&D doppelganger, just a dude that happens to look the same, that has the same name. And all we've got is a first name, so...
Yeah.
Alright, so the smoke clears, and you see he is seated with his back against the wall, looks like he is asleep. He is also does not have any clothes on. He is filthy. His hair is matted and very poorly cut. Looks like somebody just took a dagger and a knife and just sliced, cutting his hair. His feet, his left wrist is manacled to the wall to his left. His right ankle is manacled to the wall on his right. And he is sort of half trying to get as comfortable as he possibly can, despite these manacles. You see that there's dried blood caked around where the manacles are attached to him. And as you look around, he looks to be in about maybe a 5 by 7 foot stone cell with a door that's also made of stone with a small slit along the bottom, maybe 2 inches high and about 8 inches wide.
Okay.
Give me a medicine check.
Yeah, I'm good at those.
It's hard to tell whether or not he has some sort of disease or if it's just dirt and dried blood and food remnants or feces and things. It's hard to tell exactly how healthy he is. He's clearly not eaten enough.
Okay. Since I've got true seeing on the scrying, do I see any secret doors in by magic?
No.
Anything weird? Okay, cool, figured. And I will ask the same question I asked about Tobald. Does he seem like he knows that he's being spied on? Is he looking around weird? Like
No, like I said, it looks like he's sleeping
okay.
or unconscious. He's unmoving.
Okay, and I'm gonna stop staring at naked men.
Sounds like a great.
Oh my gosh, bro! Nobody's got clothes on. And this one's not even clean. We went from opposite ends of the spectrum here.
Yeah. It's
Okay. Jen is relaying details to you guys about what she saw. Because apparently this guy had a good time since Kithura-san, which honestly deserved. But
Thinking on it, Rosser probably wasn't happy that he didn't get that evil book, way back when.
probably.
But it sounds like we might not need to worry about him again, regardless of wherever he is, if he's in some sort of prison cell somewhere.
Yeah. Well,
But at least
I
now
guess
we know.
it's comforting to know that we've been worrying about this guy all along, and he just needs to worry about himself now, I guess.
Well, I mean, hey, it's good to confirm. Provided it's the right guy. But, I'm sure it is.
Yeah. Well, Look, I did my best, so it might not even be him, but it probably is.
Yeah,
Question
you know more
mark?
about this magic stuff than me.
I don't know. I've never cast scrying before. But hey, we could try making it 3 for 3. And Samantha gets ready to
For
write down a
3.
bunch of notes.
3 for
Hmm.
3 and what?
3 for 3 of scrying the last person, of successfully scrying them.
I'm gonna shut up.
Yeah. Well, so far, neither of them has seemed aware. Well, Nevaeus was just asleep, but neither of them seemed aware that they were being watched, which is probably a good thing. Well, we've
Wish you
definitely
luck.
met. We've definitely met Rosseret before.
Hmm.
Too many times.
Mhm.
Only really a few times. Actually, I think we've only really directly met with him like twice, and only one of those times that we actually
Yeah.
talked to him, or did Tusk talk to him? Well, actually, no,
No,
he was not talked. Didn't
too
talk to him. He
many.
got talked at.
Yeah, you were talked at.
Yeah, I was paralyzed at the time.
You think? Sorry, I'm over here like looking at the scrying modifiers and stuff. Oh no, wait, you don't. Do you still have that scar? You don't, right?
I
Is
do
it me?
not.
Yeah, rip. I'm like, you think that might like count as like a possession?
Tusk counts as a possession? Oh boy.
The
A
magic
scar.
that made that scar, yeah.
Um,
Um,
I do not have that anymore.
well, you know, we could always just get something if we wanted to scry them later. Anyway, after God, Jen is gonna try to scry on Rosseret, and she is desperately hoping that he's not naked.
that's valid. Not gonna lie.
I'm just double checking something real quick.
I will say we have at least gotten at least one actionable piece of information off of this, which is really good.
Okay. All right. You attempt to call up a vision of Rosarit, and nothing happens.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
Mm,
Crazy. He probably. Well, he could have saved, I think. I think it would be the same result if he saved versus if he had, say, a magic bear rug that that prevented him from being seen by divination magic.
might
I
be
don't
nice to
know.
try this again later, but at a different time of day, whether that be like noon or in the evening.
Well, shit, man. We're going to be seeing him. Well, I can't try again for another 24 hours. But we are gonna be seeing him tomorrow. Like, I don't know. We could try to get some hair or I don't know. Uh arrange. Jen is throwing out ideas, okay? So don't hold this against her. I mean, we could like arrange a stabbing and, sop up some of the blood after he leaves, or
Arrange a stabbing. That's a interesting turn of phrase. I'll remember that. um, yeah. Well, I think regardless, this is actually really good to know that we don't have to worry about the necromancer anymore, and that, or at least that's the gist I got off of the your description from scrying on him, and that Tobald is still in the city, so we could possibly follow up with him and, well, either deal with him again or maybe make a deal, try and get information out of him.
yeah. I mean,
Um,
I definitely think that like we should definitely like try scrying on Nevaeh again at some point, just to make sure that like
yeah.
I don't know,
Oh,
things are the way
try
that they're.
that archhag we ran into. See if
Oh
she's still
yeah.
around. I'm less worried about her, funnily enough, but still probably be a good idea to.
Man, as we're just going down our shit list of, okay, who are we scrying on this time?
Who have we not killed yet, and who's still like a pain in our side?
Yeah, who got away? Yeah, okay. I did meet her as I look through my inventory. I have. Ooh, actually, maybe this wasn't like specifically hers, but I do have a book with lore of dark rituals that I got from that tower. Um, and that might be a possession. Maybe not like a close personal possession, but it, I think, belonged to her.
Oh.
And I can't see anything in the Brown's home, so I don't know if I've got anything weird in there. But
Well, I mean, your canopic jar, a diary written in a language you don't know, a glass jar, orbs filled with moving smoke, a mechanical crab that moves when you don't look at it, a chimera horn, cave bear claws, a Valen's diadem, direwolf fangs, fine clothes, flask of mummy lord dust, fragment of a black shell, your cherry wood violin, glowing fluid in a wine bottle,
oh yeah, I forgot about that. I remember
rare ink, chimera claws, jar of honey, a letter
that.
um, from King Hegemon, which is
Oh,
something we
cool.
decided to we never really looked into.
Hey, I mean, if we're
A
scrying on
random
people.
orb that has some kind of deep inner glow. The needs a candle keep.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm just gonna.
A random rapier, the right of reclamation, merchant scales, a spell book, fire wine, phase fire wine to be specific, and a wooden dinosaur.
Oh yeah, the wooden dinosaur that we got from the. I don't remember what they're called. Like the Etten or something. Anyway.
Yeah, something like that.
Um.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got this book of d- dark ritual lore, and I'm pretty sure it belonged to her. So, uh, I'm gonna try casting scrying on this archfey. What could go wrong?
Archak.
Archhag. That I meant to say that, and then I didn't.
Well, I mean, a lot of hags are fey. Not all, but most.
Hmm.
So it's not too far off.
All right, so you see her. She give me just a moment here, Click. Go. She is bent over, working on something on the floor. She looks up at you, moves her hands. So tilt her head for a minute. As this is happening, you are able to tell she is. Give me a history check.
Any chance it's related to etiquette?
Is it etiquette? No.
Yeah. I'm just over here like, look man, I've got those the extra dice I can roll for abilities. I gotta check. Like the gallant hero points and stuff.
So she's in the room where the diorama of Nashkel is. And she sort of tilts her head and then raises a hand and moves her finger back and forth in the gesture, and your head lashes back. I'm gonna put you back in with everybody else. So you guys see Genesis. She's staring at the crystal ball, and then her head snaps back, and you see blood start coming out of her nose and from the corner of her eye as she takes.
Damn. Even though I'm invisible to divination magic, feels bad, man.
10 damage. And you cannot see anything else in the crystal ball.
Hey guys, I think I'd like to stop for now.
Githry would have thrown hands if you tried to keep going.
Well, and Jen, I don't know. She's getting like a handkerchief or something to start like wiping the blood off her face. She's back in this plane of existence. And actually, she's back in the same tower. In that, you know, that room that had the, live Nashkel model in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was in that room, like hunched over working on something on the floor. I'm assuming remaking it. Maybe she
That
wasn't,
makes sense.
but probably. And she knew I was scrying on her. She looked up at me and she like
tried to
wagged
cast a
her
spell.
finger.
And it didn't work.
Oh.
And then she... Go ahead, keep going.
I see. She like wagged her finger in like a gesture. And I was like shoved out of it. Well, that's what you missed. That up to this point. Oh. Well, that was fun. Jen is learning firsthand that scrying on people is not as fun as it sounds. You see a lot of naked people, apparently, and sometimes you decide to scry on people that are a little bit too powerful for you, and, you know.
Alright, so with that, we'll go ahead and take our break, and we will... You guys can decide what else you want to do for the rest of the day as we come back in 10 minutes. All right, we are back.
Hooray.
Oot.
Woo.
So, any other running around besides? So, you guys go shopping, selling. Is there anything you wanted to buy? Anything in the PHB, or I should say the Comprehensive Equipment Manual, that's non-magical. If you don't want to mess with it, you can just pay the straight cost and just add it to your inventory. Well, was there anything else you guys wanted to do? Are you going to check on your mounts?
Tusk would like to check on his mount, and he would also like to check on his shop.
Okay. Kithri? Cannot hear you if you're talking.
Nuggets! It's fine. Thank you for letting me know. I can't think of anything to do if I'm being completely honest. We do have to stop by and get ice cream at least once, but
Okay. Are you going to check on your lizard?
yeah, let's do that. It's been a while.
We all go on a field trip to the stables.
Alright. And then Genesis, you said you were going to stop by the guild. Is there anything else you're doing?
Yeah. Checking on my mount, checking in at the
Okay.
guild. I really can't think.
Did
of
you want
much
to
else
upgrade your
do.
mount, or are you sticking with your...
No,
Horsey?
I'm attached. I'm attached. Yeah. It's fine. I love Steelfoot. Yeah, I can't really think of anything to do.
Alright, so you find that the lizard has been behaving just fine. It's nice and well kept, and its coat is nice and clean, and looks when lizards get
The
neglected.
scales, you mean?
Yes, the scales. When they get sick or things like that, then they lose some of the luster and things. And he looks very healthy, as far as you can tell, at least.
Yay.
Your Aurochs, on the other hand, has been getting increasingly difficult to manage. They have a little paddock that they walk him around in, but and he's okay outside, but more and more as they've been bringing him in, he fights harder and harder. It's clear he wants to get out and get exercise. He's a roaming natural. He was not bred in captivity. He's not used to being kept up like this, and he doesn't like it.
Alright. We'll need to take him out for a ride, at least. Got it. Put that on my things to do, but won't do just yet.
You sell your stuff.
Those are all done.
You go to the Adventurers Guild, and John does his stuff, and then Tush, did you have something for the Adventurers Guild as well? I forget if you actually got a quest from them or not.
I did, but it was one of those quests that got paid upon completion, and that was a while ago.
And that
it
was done. Okay.
Yeah, so that's already been solved. It was deliver something to Candlekeep while we were headed that way, I believe.
Yes. Yep.
I go check on my smithy, and I go see if my adamantine jail gate is there, which I'm sure it's not, but most doesn't know that.
One can hope. I know it's not, but
Hmm.
All right, so you go to your smithy. They've been doing well. Business has picked up a little bit since word has gotten out that you're the owner now,
That's good.
and you do see your gate in the back room in the storeroom.
dun dun
Oh.
dun.
Huh. Interesting. Good to know. I start making plans to well, I guess okay. Good to know that the adamantine jail cell door is still there. Good to know.
From what I
Uh,
remember, because it's been a long time, I think what I remember is that you had like a dream that it like turned into like an ooze and then
no,
went
what I remember was
away or
that Sven
something.
had us gave us a cutscene of someone sneaking into into my smithy and casting magic to turn it into like the adamantine bug swarm and then attacked us in
Oh
like later that
yeah,
session.
that was it.
But it was a cutscene that Sven showed us, the players, but not our characters. Um,
Dun
so I
dun
was like, oh,
dun.
but it's there. Interesting. Um, yeah, no, it's like good to know. I guess I don't think we necessarily have anything else we really wanted to do today. So I guess Tusk will spend the rest of his day at the smithy. Uh, he's going to break up the adamantine cell door to basically resmelt it down and then like quarter it off into more usable
Okay, so
parts to
as you
make
go to
weapons.
work with it, you
Mm-hmm.
find out it is clay that has been painted.
Ah,
Nobody has messed with it. Nobody's touched it because they just thought you were going to do something. You told them,
mm-hmm.
didn't tell
Yeah.
them to do anything with it. So it's been untouched since you left.
Tusk is heartbroken, and
Not completely untouched. Somebody touched it.
yeah, no,
Tusk
yeah,
doesn't
no.
show up for the meetup, and we find him at the nearest bar, just crying into his ale.
um, actually, I don't know if this is actually really possible because this is like a rare material, but with this being gone, like it's like it's gone and anything, I don't have the material. Can I order adamantine to like work with as a part of my like smithy, like making
Yes.
adamantine weapons? Uh, then I would like to do so. I also put in a smaller request for some silver to make some silvered weapons, um, just as a part of what I sell there. The adamantine I actually would like to. I would like to both order some ore to like make weapons to then sell, and then, but also order some for my like self to make a adamantine great axe. Just cause. If there's any cost to that, let me know. Like additional cost, because or not. But hey, I both sell regular weapons and I also sell specialty weapons of special materials. Make it even more popular. But yeah, um, would like to put in that order to order ores for my smith shop. Tusk is actually heartbroken to find it's like it's clay. I don't know why.
It's
I don't
clay.
blame.
My whole life is a lie. And...
Yeah, I don't necessarily
So-
blame my worker, but
The adamantine, just so you, let me
Mhm.
make sure that you know what you're dealing with. There you go. So here's a little blurb on adamantine weapons and such. There was a typo in there. There it is. There you go. So it will cost you as the maker 400 gold more than the normal version. And there is a chance with adamantine that you will screw it up and have to redo it and stuff like that. It may take you longer, substantially longer, to do it. Your
okay.
forge has to be a lot harder, and you also may want to reach out to others, to a smithy that has worked with it before, to try to get some training. The nice thing about adamantine is that you can't really ruin it. If you mess up, you just have to melt it and try again.
Okay. In that case, I would like to, put in a,
And I believe silver is 10 gold to silver a weapon, because you can't make an item out of silver without it being magical because it's too soft. So you make the weapon and then you coat it in silver, which is 10 gold. So you can do that pretty much any time. You can also take the silver you have as a party. So that part of it is easy to obtain. You don't have to order silver unless you want silver ingots. But you can even make the silver you have into ingots at your smithy. But
it's more of a, I just want to expand
would have to be found and gone. You should have. Actually, did you guys manage to get any of the adamantine wasp corpses?
We fought it in the sky, so
we
no.
were flying, so...
Right,
no,
but you also
we
had
did not.
You had carpets and things.
I do not believe so.
I will say
do not have it written down or anything. So
that. Go ahead and give me a percentile, Tusk.
I just remember fighting in the sky and having it fall out of the sky. It's like, yeah, we're never gonna find that. And I rolled an 86, unfortunately.
All right, so I'm going to say I opened your inventory, so it takes half an hour to load. It's better than the 45 minutes for Manthas.
Mine.
But
yeah.
Still, okay, there you go. All right, so I'll say you have one.
Congrats on having a single bug.
Yes, I see it.
Okay. I don't, so. There, Adamantine and Monsters pamphlet. The hell is that?
It's a book that you gave me a while ago.
That is an affected vulnerable to adamantine. Nice. Okay, and then.
In that case, I would like to just.
Academy. Welcome.
Well,
we're doing a little bit of in-house work. Here's the cool view if you wanted to see what they look like and stuff. They just got back from adventuring and they're now in their house. Holy Snikes, Kid 3 is tiny. Let's make her a little bigger.
Kid 3 is tiny,
There
though.
No, but she was like the size. Well, part of its Genesis is also huge, so there we go.
Mm.
It's towering
There we
before
go.
everyone.
Okay. Anyway, so yeah, they've been doing some scrying, and they're running around town before they check in with the city council and tell them what's up. Appreciate you stopping by. That Fantasy Grounds Academy goes by Leroon, and he does some good stuff, how-to videos and stuff. So check him out when you guys have a chance. If you want to learn more about Fantasy Grounds, you can check him out. He also does DMs on the different Fantasy Grounds conventions and player weekends and stuff that they have and stuff. So he's a cool guy. Lives in Seattle, last I heard. Anyway,
Nice.
appreciate you stopping by. And don't forget, if you care, you can look at the pinned message talking about the characters and stuff. Okay, so you got the Adamantine Wasp corpse. So you have the one that you managed to land on, one of the swarm you managed to grab and hold on to. And then, of course, you can, like I said, you can order it. It just costs. Actually, I'm gonna resend that because it is so rare. I'm gonna say it's gonna cost you the same amount as it is to. I would say it'd be $450 per weapon that you want to make out of adamantine. So
Okay.
It's
In that case, for now, I will put in an order for a singular, or enough to make a singular great axe.
Okay.
So I will deduct that cost from my gold. As I do some math real quick. And we'll figure out whenever that comes in, because I'm sure it has to come in via, something, or, take time to get here, unless they have it on hand. This is just another little project of mine I like to work on over time.
okay.
But yeah, no. Money has been deducted, and I guess in the meantime, I will spend some time working on my shop and also working with this Adamantine Wasp corpse to get used to working with this material while I wait for my order. / just also spending time at my shop.
All right, so they have them in. So this is they have small trade bars that you can purchase. Like I said, if you don't want to try to finagle, and then you can just do a flat 250 gold per trade bar. 1 pound bar of adamantine. You should be able to pull it out of the items.
Oh, okay. So then the 450 that I spent is for, would that be 2 trade bars, or is that like a different amount?
So you would have 50 gold pieces extra worth of adamantine.
Okay. See if I can pull it up.
Just
Do I
under
not
2
have
bars to make a weapon. Plus whatever the cost of the weapon would be, which for you would be about half of the normal cost. So for example, if you wanted to, you can also make keys out of them, or pretty much anything. You can make cutlery or anything else, but so if you went with a great axe,
Okay.
They cost. Waiting for it to open. There it is. 30 gold. So it will be for you 480 gold. 465 gold to make it. And you would sell it for 530. Normally, maybe bump it up a little bit because you're in Nashkel.
Okay. For now, I'm going to go about forging an adamantine great axe, and I will also deduct that enough extra 15 for the great axe. There we go, and that has been deducted. I guess while I guess I'll give a smithing check for forging an adamantine great axe for the day, or at least starting the process. And this will be what I do for the rest of the day.
Okay. K3 and Genesis, you guys do anything before the meeting tomorrow? K3, when did you want to try your scouting mission?
Hmm. I might do it some. Oh, that's a good question. Because I'm immediately thinking, like, well, nighttime people always think, oh, go under the cover of darkness, yada yada yada. But also, it's easier if they're, like, out of the house entirely. But you also don't want people to see you. So my brain just automatically went through all of these stages of maybe night is the best. But I might consider going in like the early-ish, not early, but like the mid morning, like close to afternoon. I don't know.
Okay.
Sven is quiet. Sven is like, this
Are
is
you
such a
looking?
terrible idea, as he writes it down.
Alright, so first of all, I need investigation. And are you going back to the guild to try to get information, or are you... how are you trying to find out information on where this guy's place is?
Didn't we already know where his place was? I could be wrong.
I was only aware that he has a place in town. I don't know exactly
Okay.
where it is.
Yeah, I guess I'll go to the guild. Oh. I'm not sure how I'll ask around at the guild because I don't want to be suspicious, but I'll think about it. Like, give me like 5 minutes. No, I'm joking. I just need to.
Alright, so you find out that he owns a money changer.
Is it the one that I scammed?
No, we were in Candlekeep.
Oh, were we?
Yeah.
I'm looking to see okay, it's not that one. There's multiple money changers. I just had to remember which one it is. 70. Here it is. So the money changer close to, let's see, this is section FF. So let me pull up the Map. Nashkel overhead. Which you guys have access to by looking at Bronzeholm, by the way. It's one of the pins in Bronzeholm. Alright, so if you're looking at it like this, yes. His money changer, his store is close to the Eldeth Temple. Oh, that's the wrong button. It's not targeting, it is paying. Off in oh, you can't see the numbers. Oh yeah, you can. G11. So I'm pinging, but it's not very bright. So let me see it.
Oh, I see.
It's a little better. It's in that location. That's the Eldeth Temple, which is the healing temple. And it's right next to them. We do find out that this is not his only residence. He has other residents besides the one here, because he's you hear there's a couple different things, but you think weeding through the rumors and things, pretty sure he has a residence in Waterdeep and in Baldur's Gate, and then one smaller residence way to the west in the Sword Coast. Sword Coast. As he's traveling, if he ever needs to, like Burdusk area. Where's the other city? Or Scornubel. Let me show you these. So you guys are way down here, close to Amen. And then there's Baldur's Gate, Waterdeep to the north, Skirnubel, Burdusk. You're not sure which one. But there's somewhere over there to the west, in case he ever has to travel that direction. But you are able to find out where his manor is. So give me a deception. Make sure I'm using the right term. Skills.
In the tower?
Yes. Yes, in the tower. So a deception and stealth.
I'm scared. Well, I guess I can't get worse than like 21.
Correct.
Ooh.
The worst you can get is 21. So this is, are you doing anything special? I mean, are you going to disguise yourself as a beggar or an urchin?
Well, there was that one time that Kithri disguised themselves as like that little kid to like distract the watchtower. Maybe I'll do something like that.
Right, and what is your goal? Are you trying to break in? Are you just trying to do some observation? Are you burn it down?
Probably mostly observation and investigation. I want to like see mostly where oh boy. There are like kind of blind spots if that makes any sense, from like people on the street and stuff. But I also want to like make note of anything that looks or seems magical, like any traps or detection bells for from like trespassing on like the windows and doors and such. If that makes any sense.
Okay. Alright, so I have it noted here. I don't know why I couldn't find it in the book. Alright, so you rolled pretty well, as far as you know.
Mm.
Oh, I don't really know that I
I
want
mean,
this.
as far as I know, you just told me I rolled pretty well, so feeling pretty
Try-
good.
Just double checking something here. Let's see. So where's E? E, here it is. Alright, so he lives orientation is a little weird on this. Let me just double just above, below. So it's actually here. So just below the temple of Kelemvor. The building itself, there's his place, and then there's two small shops underneath, a tobacco shop and a clerical aids / healing supplies. So there's the small businesses, about one's about 15 feet wide, the other one's 20 feet wide, and it goes all the way back. And there's a living area behind each storefront, and then it's a 2-story building where Razrit lives to the east. Actually, let me share. Well, I don't know why I'm going through all these. I forget I have images I can show you guys.
Wow, pictures!
There it is. Wink.
Images. Okay, guys, I hope you don't hold it against me, but I'm really tired and I'm having trouble paying attention, so I think I'm gonna get off early and go take a nap.
Understandable.
Hope you feel better soon.
I'm sorry.
Sleep is required.
But hey, I'll see you guys next week. Thanks
Yep.
for
Have a good night.
Yeah. Have a good one.
So he's in 33. This 34 is the, if you have access to both, close that, to both maps. So if you look at the Nashkel overhead map, this building with the round top
Okay.
is this building here.
Okay.
This layer is actually, I can fix it right now. It's just going to be look weird for a moment. Layers.
So then this would be his building.
Click, flip, 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 flip.
I think.
Oh, it was upside down. Never mind.
Oh.
So that's
Then it
why it's weird.
was.
So
Okay,
33.
now I understand.
He's in 33.
Okay, right D. Right.
Bink.
Yeah? Mhm.
And it's
I don't know how to
right,
stop
right next to
the
it.
thing.
Right there.
Oh.
Directly below the temple.
Okay. Okay.
So, you see that there is. Give me a percentile.
Nope.
I already,
Ping that.
okay, it wasn't as
Okay.
bad as I thought. I'm like, I already used all my percentile love.
Um, you see a delivery person come up, knock on the door, and a person answers it, wearing fine clothes. Give me a perception check. Hands the delivery
Nugget.
person some money.
So what do you think?
But the angle that you're at, it's hard to see much of the person inside the door. And by the time you move around, they shut the door. But
Thanks.
it was female. You were able to tell that. The stairway, you can tell from the way the building is and the windows and such. The stairway up to the second floor is on the southern wall. Down here. So you can tell that there's somebody in the house more than just Rasserit, more than just one person. Beyond that, it doesn't look, there's no, you don't see any magical glyphs, you don't see any kind of guards patrolling it. No one seems to notice you as you're, kicking a ball around and doing, acting like a child, eating ice cream, doing whatever
Went
you
and
would
got
normally do.
some ice cream specifically to play this bit. I approve.
But now you have more of an idea of where it is and what's going on. Alright, is there anything else you guys wanted to do?
I guess how successful is my smithing with the adamantine?
Give me a smithy check.
I did
With
give one in the
disadvantage.
tower a while ago, but I can give another one, yeah.
Okay, yes, this is the second one. Tusk.
Yeah.
Percentile. Here it is.
Clicking.
Alright, I saw the first one.
Yep, clicking disadvantage this time and rolling.
Oh, well, you wouldn't need to do a second one. Here it is. This one's actually better than your first one.
Nice.
So you're getting the hang of it. Because you're doing it on your own, it is a lot of trial and error, and you realize that the key was not what you were expecting. With the more you want to, the thing that you're used to working with metals with impurities, and so with finely worked steel, the more you heat it, fold it, heat it, fold it, heat it, fold it, more times you do that, the better, more pure it gets, and the stronger the steel gets, because it's all the impurities and the other stuff that's not supposed to be in there gets worked out. With adamantine, you don't have that issue. It's almost like having a rock surrounded by sand. You just scrape the sand off, you scrape the other stuff off of it, and what you're left with is pure adamantine. And it doesn't matter how many times you fold it, it's not going to get any stronger, it's not going to get any better. So just a matter that it's a shift for you as you work it and you realize this isn't doing anything. So it's just more getting used to how it works, how it reacts to, and the strength. It's you don't have to use as much strength as you would with steel to get the. If you use too much, it actually causes more work. So you're doing pretty well overall. You don't think you're ready to sell the pieces yet, but you're getting there.
Okay. All right. I guess other than that, it's just working at the shop and then meeting up with everyone at the end of the day, compare notes and everything. I don't think I have anything else that I want to do today. Yeah, I don't know. I guess that's me. I don't know. I guess compare notes with Kid 3 at the night, but
all right. So we will go ahead and call it a little early tonight. You guys get called to the city council
meeting,
and they get the. You guys had a note from the giant, a letter that you had found that was sent to him, and so they also have information to tell you that's going on, but I don't want to go into all those details just yet. And let's see. Where is images? Here it is. Giant. Okay, let me check this one. I thought I had an image for the letter. Here it is, Frosty letter. It's not giant. So this was the letter that you guys had.
I do remember that, yeah.
It was a neat little image I'd found. So you bring that back. A couple of them look at it and they pass it around, but we'll get more into it there. They're not really surprised by what they're reading, and by what it says, and so we will go into details. And I don't have. Let me look at the quest. Quests. Cloud Keep. Alright, so all I have on there is the don't have the specifics on what they promised you. Do you guys remember off the top of your head if you were promised anything in particular? Any kind of reward?
I do not believe so. I remember John coming to us with the quest and saying there was, or not really saying much on the reward end of things, just that there was a reward. So no, unfortunately.
Okay. All right. So that is where we'll stop next week. We are playing the Crystal Heart campaign. So
yep, coming up with some interesting bits.
Very nice. And then this month, I think it's only 4. So then 2 weeks' time is when we'll be back here on the 4th of April. The end of April, we are going to not be playing. Here's my calendar. April 25th but it'll so we've got several weeks. So just so you know, Nick, the 25th we won't be playing.
Okay.
And yeah, so that's it. Thanks for playing, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. Hope you guys enjoy it. I know it wasn't that exciting tonight, but
It was a lot of important stuff that needed to be done.
yeah, some of this stuff has to be done. So don't forget about your mount. Whether you want to hire, you can also hire somebody. It might be a little hard to find, but you can hire somebody to ride it, or if nothing else, to put a rope around it and ride their own horse and lead it outside, on a run every couple days or something. But if you're not going to be around using it yourself, but there's other different options you can do to keep it exercised and allowed to stay in the city, because if it keeps going like this, pretty soon they're just going to say, nope, you need to.
Yeah, no.
He's not allowed. He's too violent.
Yep, that's definitely
not
good
a small boy. He cannot.
He is not.
He can't be kept like some of these other ones. So, Nashkel pins. All right.
Definitely on my list to do in the coming days. Before we leave Nashville again. If we have something that causes us to leave. Yeah. Thank you to Kithri for doing a little scouting mission. Definitely good to come at least aware.
Yeah.
Worst comes to worst, we'll travel to every
Definitely
residence of his.
That's right. So there's windows on the second floor, especially. There's a couple that you might have access to, but as far as you can tell, the only entrance is on the main street, facing the temple.
Okay.
So that was the other piece of information I forgot to give you.
All right. Thanks for DMing.
Guys, so thanks for hanging out. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and whatever else you do, enjoy the rest of your day. Say goodnight, guys.
Good
Good night.
night.